Hi, we're at the 2024 Farm Bureau annual meeting, and I'm here with Jaclyn Bennett, and she's with Parabug, a Salinas, California company that applies beneficial insects in a unique way. Welcome, and I just want to have you tell me a little bit about how I think you and your husband came up with this business. Tell us how you came up with the idea to use drones to apply beneficial insects, and what challenges have you faced along the way in implementing this?
Chandler's kind of the brains behind it. So he invented Parabug back starting in 2013. He started prototyping it. We were in an integrated pest management course at Cal Poly, and he was really into drones at the time. So we were talking about beneficial insects in the class, and he said, why can't these go together? They're super light. They don't require a lot of media as a payload. They went hand in hand. He started in 2013 prototyping on a 3D printer, and the iteration that we've settled on, or he settled on, became commercially available in 2016, 2017. And it's been a long road. It's a lot of education and really educating people on beneficial insects as well as drones, and really trying to connect the dots on use of beneficial insects in outdoor cropping systems, those rates, how effective they can be in those systems, and really focusing on prevention.
Yeah, and with the DPR pesticide roadmap that we have coming up, a lot of these regulations are changing, and we're just looking for new tools for the toolbox for growers. With the pesticide roadmap pushing for reduced chemical use, how does Parabug's mission align with growers' needs to find more sustainable pest control methods?
So Parabug, we like to say it was made by a farmer for farmers. And so our focus is to provide an additional tool and establishing techniques and ways for growers to actually integrate beneficials into the systems that they already use, rather than trying to talk about eliminating anything. So we really advocate for this being an additional tool, not a replacement for anything. A lot of the education and outreach that I end up doing is talking to growers about use of beneficial insects with the chemical controls that are on the market, and how you can create some cost savings and economic advantages to using both.
And what is some of the cost-saving advantages to using this method?
So for the beneficial insect application itself, cost savings is a huge one. So the application costs of applying beneficial insects by hand is pretty big, both with labor shortages, increases in overtime, workers' comp, all those things. It all contributes to those labor costs. And so using a drone really saves on that front, as well as timeliness. So what may take a crew an entire day to do, we can do in about 3 hours, 4 hours.
So definitely a time management thing for the cost savings. And then just real quick to wrap this up, share some feedback from growers that you've worked with. What are they saying about this method?
They love it. So a lot of the growers who start with Parabug, they continue using it and continue improving on the techniques that they're using in their fields. And we have an extremely high retention rate as far as the growers who continue use of beneficials after their first try with Parabug.
So just real quick, what's on the horizon for Parabug?
There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential. So we're starting to see some of the research really catch up, starting to look more at biological control, beneficial insects as a tool for growers for their integrated pest management programs. And we're starting to see a lot more growers giving it a shot. And the more who use it, the more stick with it. So I think there's a lot of growth opportunity.